All right, for the sanding, I'm just going to use a 180 to start. I'll go to a 220, but I'll just I want to reform this a bit and make sure I don't get in. See, I traced around the pick guard to make sure I don't get into this area, but I just got to get the varnish off. I mean, pretty much you could change the shape. I want to make this one softer. Right there where it sits on your leg, I'll make this a softer curve right here on the back where it sits, you know, against your leg. You can really shape it however you want. You could get a, you know, a heavier duty shaping tools and really go, you know, shape it down, thin the ears down on it and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sand on it, and I'll hit it with the 180 and the 220, and then after that we'll probably be ready to prime it, let it dry. I'll tape out the cavities, you know. Anyway, all right, so I got the sanding done. It took about 2 hours, I believe, worth of sanding. Just some advice on that is I used this somewhat on the flat areas. I was really tempted to just, like, you know, get in and dig, but then you can get a wavy top. So either use a sanding block, you know, fold a piece of sandpaper around a flat block, sand it that way, or use a mouse sander. I actually used 2 grits. I used a 180 to finish it, and then I used this 80. It's like super coarse around some of the end grains here. Was like really thick, but you'll know when you get down to the wood layer, it's real fuzzy. I'll try to avoid touching it at this point because it's going to start getting, you know, different treatments, and oils from your hand isn't going to help anything. So but I used you know, this 180. You can really form it, you know. You put it over the edge and you can really and get it formed the way you want. I took quite a bit of material off here to kind of, I really wanted to round it. Just be careful. I rounded this off here to get this, but you have to be careful that you don't go into where your pick guard is on this, so then you'd have your pick guard sticking out straight and your wood would come up under it. So you don't want that. So I traced around it with pencil first and did these areas first, and then didn't worry about the pencil, but stayed away from this stuff kind of later. And then I did the back corner right here, or this side right here that lays against your leg. It's nice if that has a really nice rounded. But I really went around and rounded it. It's a nice body. I've determined, you know, that this isn't true mahogany. I believe this is okume, I believe is how you pronounce it. It has the same tonal properties essentially as mahogany. This is a more sustainable wood. It comes from Gabon. I don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce it, but it's equatorial region of West Africa. You know, I looked at it on Google Earth. You know, you could get down and see what the forests and stuff look like. It's rainforest area. Apparently this tree grows to about 30 feet in like 4 years, but it's they can harvest it in about 50 years, 50 to 70, I believe it said, which is still pretty fast for a harder wood. So anyway, we need to fill it. Two of the reasons I think it's okume is it's kind of has a pink tint to it, a little bit. It's light and it's fuzzy, you know. It's kind of fuzzy. So once you get down to the grain, and it's 3 pieces. This one's a 3-piece body. So that kind of points to a Kume too. And then the pink tint and the fuzzy texture, it's like, I believe that's what it is. But anyway, I got this. The problem with this is if I'm going to go with the painted finish and all this, this is really porous. It has all these lines, and even if it looks good to start, over time your paint's going to soak in and leave, you'll be able to see checking this way on it. It'll follow the grain. So this is a Goodfilla water-based wood filler, and I've never used it before. I mean, they say even for staining, this is a neutral base. So, I mean, this would be pretty stained too. You'd go over it with finer sandpaper, of course, to finish. But, this would prevent the same kind of checking you would get with the clear coat on a stain finish too. So this would be a necessary step. And it says for priming and sealing, mix with 20% warm water. So I've got some warm water. I made some scrapers out of just a old milk jug. Just cut them up so I can imagine I'll put it on, and I'll need to put it on and do this kind of treatment. But let's see here if I can get this lid off. Alright, but yeah, I'll mix it up, and I don't know what the dry time is on it, but at this point I pretty much try not to touch the guitar with my hands, and I try to lay it on a towel so you don't get any more dents or anything like that. This is a softer wood, so we're just going to eyeball this. I got some stuff. Yeah, you could use this for the thicker holes, but I'm not going to bother with that. And let's just see. I'm going to add some 20% water. Let's eyeball this. All right. Just mix it in. Okay, yeah. I don't know if this will. Add a little more. This in there. Okay, I see. I think it's going to make a more or less like probably a drywall paste. Is what it looks like. I imagine would be a good Let's get a little bit thicker. Yeah, I think this is going to get good here. Just using this popsicle stick to mix it up. I don't know. I don't know if we can brush this stuff on. I think we'll pour it on and squeegee it around. I think looks like the best bet. Maybe. I don't think they wanted any. It's kind of a. I'll just put some on there and see what happens. All right. There's the wrong edge of that. Let's see here. Try to push it into the grain as I go. I think they even recommend on this okume stuff to wet it before you sand it. And well, we'll know if this is too thin, but I don't think so. It is supposed to be a primer, so I'm going to just kind of rub it into the wood. It cleans up. It's water-based, non-toxic, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to let it soak in. I think that's the intention. And get it everywhere. I'll just do the top side here. We'll let it dry. We'll get some on the edges. And when it's done, you sand it, or use a damp cloth, we said. So, but I'll probably just sand it. And I don't know, whatever. I'll look it up. I'll see what they recommend for a primer, because it'll get an automotive type primer. Yeah, I see how this is working. The water's kind of evaporating out here as I go. And I mean, whatever, if there's any extra buildup, we can definitely just sand it out. Let's see, I don't know how long it takes to dry. Let's see here. Let's get these up here. And at this point, you want to be careful you don't get anything at all in your neck pocket, because you know, any kind of I should have actually taped it up at this point, you know. Should be taped up to where I don't get anything in it. To be honest, but we'll do that after we sand it this next time. If I can. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I know this might be a cheaper wood than you know, a true mahogany, but you know, for $100, what do you expect? It's yeah, I think that was about the right amount for this side of the guitar. And we'll let this dry. I will imagine it probably dries hard. I could always, if it's hard, I can, these holes here look like they're going to interfere with the screws. I could always re-drill them. Yeah, looks like this will work good as we'll see. Stuff's starting to dry a bit, so I'll probably just leave it at that. Looks like there's enough to do the top. Plenty around on this. Oh yeah, that works. Like I say, all this is gonna, any extra sealer we'll sand off. Yeah, I think this is gonna be nice stuff. Make sure I don't have any in there. Clean these up. Yeah, we don't want that in there. sure I take out stuff around these cavities here. Alright, well, I think that is it for this session of sealing. And we'll see how it dries. I'll probably just let it dry overnight, and I'll see in the morning. I'll do the other side, and then we'll sand it. We'll let that dry, sand it, and it'll be primer. And it'll be that turquoise or, you know, seafoam green top to about here. And then I'll have the black sides and back. And then, of course, that red stained neck. And then the two P90s with the black pick guard. It should be pretty. It should be a nice guitar. Anyway, thanks for watching.